Today I'm going to show you how to manually back up your WordPress website or blog in 3 steps. You'll need a free program called FileZilla, a free plugin called WordPress Database Backup, and access to your website host cPanel, which for this tutorial I'll be using Bluehost cPanel. So let's start by searching for that FTP program FileZilla. Type that into your search bar, and once you find that, go ahead and download and install FileZilla. It'll automatically detect if you have Mac or Windows. It works for both. So go ahead and install FileZilla, and then go ahead to your WordPress website or blog after this. I just have a sample one. So let's log into our dashboard. Here's the admin panel, username, password, log in, and go to your plugins. Now I've already installed the WordPress Database Backup plugin. If you don't already have it, go ahead and search for it. Go to Add New and search for it by typing in WP-DB-Backup. It's the official name for this plugin. And click on that to install and activate the plugin. It's been downloaded almost 2 million times, so very well respected plugin used by a lot of people. Once you've installed and activated it, it'll be in your Tools menu. So go ahead to Tools and Backup, and you'll see the plugin. The dashboard for this plugin has 3 sections. Very simple, easy to use. We're just using the defaults today, and we'll do a backup just to our local computer. You can choose a few options, but for today's tutorial we'll keep it simple. We'll download to our computer. For future reference, you can schedule backups. I recommend at least once or twice a month, and keep those backups on an external hard drive or somewhere secure as well. You can also have those emailed to you once or twice, even weekly. So let's go ahead and backup right now. Click on the Backup Now button, and you'll see the progress bar go across as it backs up. It should only take a minute or two. It's usually not a very big file unless your blog or website is very large. Once it's done, you'll see the database in the download location where you selected. It's called a SQL file. You can take a look at it by opening the SQL file in a text editor if you really wanted to. Basically, it's everything in your website in a text file. So that's something you just want to keep secure and keep multiple copies somewhere on your local computer, and I keep some in the cloud as well. After that, we're going to go into our cPanel. We're going to use Bluehost. Once you're in cPanel, you'll see the dashboard for that. Click on FTP. We're going to use the FTP portion of cPanel, and we're going to create a new FTP user just for today's example. You might already have FTP access and other users, but let's create a new one. Usually you can have at least 10 or 20, sometimes unlimited amount of these users. Create a login, which is your username, a password. As far as the directory, you want root access to get into your server using FileZilla. For the Bluehost, we can actually skip down before we enter that and click on Create FTP Account. It'll give you a hint here of what it's looking for. I like to just copy where it says public HTML, public_HTML. Go ahead and copy that, and then paste it where it says directory, and you'll have the exact area that you need to get into your server. Create that FTP account, and you'll see the success bar. I like to keep all my credentials, username, passwords, in a separate Word doc so I can refer to them later. You might want to do that too. You can scroll down and see the FTP account that you just created, and go to Configure FTP Client to see the details. Go ahead and click on Configure FTP Client, and that'll open the manual settings and configuration files window. Just copy, paste those into a Word doc, and that way you have it for later. Now Bluehost makes it easy. They have their own configuration set up for FileZilla, as you'll see here on the bottom. Just click on the FTP configuration file right there, and that'll actually get you the file you'll need to enter into FileZilla. Just save that XML file, for example, in your downloads folder. Go into FileZilla now, and what we're going to do in FileZilla, let's make sure you already have FileZilla installed. Go to File in FileZilla and Import. And we're going to import that XML file we just downloaded a second ago. So click on it, open it. That'll import the file you'll need to automatically get access into the server that we need for your WordPress website or blog. Click OK, and then we're going to go into your Site Manager. The Site Manager is that blue icon at the top left. Click on that, and you'll see the FTP account we just created. I like to go to logon type, and then instead of ask for password, click on normal. And now you can type in that password that you just created for your new FTP account. That way you don't have to type it in each and every time that you go back into your server. It'll save it right here. So go ahead and type in your password, and you can actually connect right from here, right into your server. Now on the right side, that's the server that you're looking at. Those are all the WordPress website or blog files that you have, the configuration files and folders. And on the left side, just like any Windows program, that's your computer that you're looking at. You're looking at my downloads folder. We're going to create a new folder by right-clicking and create directory, and that'll be the area I'm going to save those server files in. So let's go ahead, right-click, create directory, and I'm just going to name it WP BackUp February 2014 and click OK. And I'm going to click into that folder I just created. So it'll be ready for me to download everything into it. Now on the right side, we're going to click from the top to the bottom. So click on the top and then shift click at the bottom, and that way you select everything in the root. And we're going to right click and download. That's all you need to do. Right click, download. That's very important. That will download everything directly onto your local computer. That's what you want to do. Once all the files are downloaded, it should have maybe taken about 10 minutes to do that. You'll see them in your default download location. You can double check that they're in there. So you can see all the files and folders that you had just downloaded on your local computer. Now once you're done, you can disconnect from the server. Click on that disconnect button, and that closes you out from the server. So make sure you have a regular backup plan in place, and I hope this tutorial was helpful for you today. We'll see you next time.